Welcome in, welcome in.
Uh,
Are you in?
we can talk about it. We can talk. We can talk. Like I said, we did the script already with the 20 minutes, 25-minute one. So if we wanted a little bit of that, and we just kind of have a natural, free form conversation this time, you know,
Okay, okay. Talk about a little news action.
yeah, a
That
little, yeah,
Anthropic got you a little
yeah.
fable for a little while longer. So you better go in here and try and figure out how the heck you can use it. Um, have you gone in and used it? Hi, welcome in.
I
Hi,
don't. No, no.
Brandon.
The only thing I've used was a Fable. The Fable 5 that guess came back on the Claude. So I still not seeing anything. I guess I'm not. I feel like I'm not utilizing it enough and stuff like that. So um, I'm glad they brought it back. I would love to see what is the watered down, the Gatorade version of this pop version, or this watered down Kool Aid of Fable 5, and what's going on with that. But so welcome in everybody. This is not, if you see me, I see you in there, Jonathan. This is not the gaming, but I do gaming over here. We're actually doing my our podcast. Are you in? And are you in technology? And are you in today? So this is our free form, kind of going back and forth, talking about all the things that we're seeing in the tech world, in the creative world, in the content creator, in the business world, all that. Well, I'm here with Crystal D, and the D is right here. So make sure you guys follow her. If you like what you hear from this person, click over, find her in the TikToks, the Instagrams, the faces of the books, the you of the tubes, and all that great stuff. So yeah.
Welcome in, welcome in. Are you in? Are you into getting replaced by AI? Because that is what's happening, and that is all that is happening. We hope you are scared, and that is why everyone is freaking out and running. Is that what you guys
Yeah.
are saying? Right? You're scaring the people. AI is not going to replace you, but the people using AI might,
Mhm.
right? So it just depends
Yeah.
on what is the industry in the first place. Are you like a sketch artist? Like maybe you're not going to get replaced. Maybe you're completely going to get replaced and you learn a new medium. I don't know. I hope you're ready for the ride. We.
Yeah, and I think you know what. Speaking of replacement too, like I said, a lot of these companies are letting go of people, and people want to blame AI for it. But Microsoft just let go 4,800 people from Xbox, even though they was announcing that they were shutting down Xbox stuff like a while ago before. So there was already information about Xbox being shut down, and it wasn't, they Microsoft and all the other companies, they were kind of getting rid of people already, so they were already you know doing what they do. Now some of these other companies, I don't know, I can't name them, I don't have any proof, so they are hiding behind AI, blaming them about why they letting go people, which is like, now, like they know what they're doing. Celebrating. And what I see in the business world is that a lot of these companies are slowing down using AI for things because they thought they can just thought, by listening to these non-gurus about AI, thinking that okay, it will fix everything, but come to find out they're paying way more money than they had before, for programs and things that they don't need. Like, just like how Crystal and I've learned at the bottom level, at the regular level, human level, you can have like pay for 5 different AI BT chat, Twitch, uh, image, Burrow, whatever, and at the end of the day, you ain't get nothing done, because you're not focusing on one of your things. So these
Thank
companies are
you.
doing that as well, and they reminded me, just like back in the day when they had cloud. When cloud was the new thing coming out, everybody was freaking out about cloud, putting everything in the cloud. Stop the cloud, take over. And then these companies start spending so much money on cloud, and then they don't even know where their data is. So, we're gonna keep seeing this every time. There's gonna be something new, something shiny, and stuff like that.
That
So
is the
it is
pattern,
helpful.
right? That is the pattern.
Yeah.
We get the tools, something changes, there's resistance, and there are people that love it, people that run with it. So they are going to talk to you about the new Chat GPT or the 5.6, right? That's coming out. How Fable is back. how Sora is gone and how you can do it through TikTok. You're going to hear all of these different ways that you can use it, all of these different tools that there are. But have you thought about how you can use it, right? Because the real pattern is older than some AI software. Like every major leap that we've had technologically, it's those two groups.
Right. Yeah. So, um, well, like I said, it's either you start learning this stuff now and understanding what's going on in your own world, because these other companies, these people that got money or people got extra resources, they got to use it, and then they got to make sure that people who ain't got the resources won't be able to use it. So, and we know it's gonna happen. We've seen it happen all the time. They let something be free, everybody use it, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, well, we're putting paywalls on it just to give you a better experience." No, it's just to lock out all the regular people like us.
Hmm.
So
Or the
hopefully,
government's going to come and say it's only for them.
which we've seen it, with
We've seen it already, right?
I mean,
We know that.
car.
No, sorry, we know that we want it, but they took it away. How quick? What? How long was Fable out that first time?
I think it was like 3 days, maybe five. It was either 3 to 5 days. Um,
Wow.
it was Yeah, it wasn't that long. And they took that, they yanked that because they were like, they said it was way too powerful. I'm like, I don't even know how powerful it was. I'm just assuming, you know.
That's what's so funny. You could have probably let the layman use it, and we wouldn't have even know that you were holding like the magic abracadabra.
I can see the CIA is like, hey, that Chicago John and Crystal D, they're using Fable 5 for their, making their content slightly better than normal. Yeah, that
Right.
is a government official. Yeah, we got to worry about those are the people we got to worry about right now. So go ahead
It's
and stop it.
definitely they've been looking up social trends and crypto and learning. We hate research and education. So um focus your efforts there. Just you know what? We're not going to talk about the man. That'll be another podcast for another day. Uh, but we know that a lot of people are seeing how OpenAI is like shifting to be like the super app, right? Because it can bundle
Yeah.
your chat and your strategy and coding and your searches and your agent features and now connect your skills. And so if you are still thinking about, jumping in to AI and you don't know exactly why or how, now is definitely the time before they start putting it behind this paywall, before they start requiring you to log in and say where you are before you use it. Um, who knows? Who knows how long they'll keep letting us use it? Because normally what they do is, like he said, they're going to put it behind a paywall because they got everything they needed from you. They now know how you describe yourself and what you want and what your needs are, and so they're going to use it to give you the ads that you may need to buy something with from Amazon, or
Yeah,
for instance.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, and and it's everything gonna be used against you at some point and used for sales, selling. I mean, even your own self gonna use it to sell to your own self. How many times are we doing that now? Like I said, I did that for a video because I guess I used it. A friend of mine was coming in from out of town. I wanted to go to a private pool area instead of paying for a day pass, and I guess just paying an extra $60 got me the same type of experience. I would have a little bit more in the privacy. So I decided to order it. Come to find out, I guess it was one of those getaway places for romantic people, I guess. And because of that, I uploaded a little 15-second clip with no extra effort into it. Just shot, auto clip, voiceover, posted.
Call it a day.
That thing
Yeah.
hit 1 million views in three
Woo!
days.
1 million views. Let's go.
Yeah, 1 million views. And I feel just like a real millionaire because you know how they say the first million is the hardest, and I've already had a million view video already. So
Ooh.
this other one, it comes exactly, exactly. Yeah, but it's so frustrating though. It's just so frustrating that But I say all I digress. I say all that to say I use ChatGPT to help put that together to find it, and it did great. It was a great experience for me to do that, and then even turned to even better experience, making it into a million view and things of that nature. So, there's a lot of race to count, but that's what we're using the chat for. We're using it to make things a little bit easier, a lot better, and then to add on the skills that we already got. So, yeah.
Hey, Jonathan, it's going great. We in here talking about social trends, business trends, a little bit of shade on the government. And thank you so much, Natalie. So good to see you. We in here recording the podcast over on the
Yeah.
YT, but thought I'd get a little angles over here on the TT. So if you've never joined us over here, we got Chicago John and me, your girl Crys D. Thank you so much for loving on the lives. I'm good to see you. We are talking about AI because we have been using it, right? But we also have eyes and we see that there are going to be some things that need some rules. And we don't know that anyone in charge right now is going to make them. So you are probably beholden to the corporations. And hopefully, they're not like the billionaires and trillionaires that we have of yore. But, maybe they'll have some morals. But for now, we
Yeah, and the rules thing. So the rules, we want to talk about the rules because there's so many people. I don't know. Did this roll into your Gen X conversation? Because we have it. Well, but I'm going to college
yeah, just
award.
no, just I can do a lead in from anything. Keep it going. Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Thank you,
yeah,
Natalie.
so these rules and things. We got people thinking about the rules, but then we got like you said, the Gen Xers and the millennials out there, or not millennials, but more the Gen Xers, calling it cheating and saying, and everybody want to say cheating, lazy, this, that, and the other. So I think everybody trying to figure out the rules for it. And then
It's
shout out to
interesting. Do you, well, I think you were saying it the other way. You see more Gen Xers using it and more Gen Zs poo pooing it, right? Like the
right,
younger kids.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I
yeah,
find the same thing. I mean, it's interesting because you got the White House using it to make images. And yet somebody is mad in the black mom's Facebook group for somebody who wants to show off that they have a bakery special.
right.
Jonathan says he's all for AI, but if it's going to cause nuclear war, then maybe it's questionable. So I'm not really mad at you about that. I think it should be questionable if that's what it's going to cause. Ironically, it's not going to cause anything, right? It's the people that
Mm.
use it. So yeah, you have a right to be scared because we see what they do with just regular old life. Yeah.
Yeah, and and if anything, we're gonna do nuclear war before the AI gonna do. AI doesn't want to do it. Believe me, try to prompt your AI to say, "Hey, how to start a nuclear war." It would be like, "Okay, can you turn yourself into the police, please? Can you?"
Yeah,
We're
it's
not
really
gonna do that.
actually it's going to agree with you that you need to go somewhere and get yourself checked out. Welcome in. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. If you haven't joined us before, we are so glad you are in. This is the
yeah,
podcast, Are You In? Chicago John and me, your girl, Crys D. We actually have our previous episodes over on all the other places where you listen to podcasts at. Are You In? Spotify is the usual for most people, but we hit you up on that Pandora. If you're over here boycotting, shout out to the peeps still boycotting Target. That is not over and never will be. They are done. Anyway, back to our sponsors, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and Opus Clips. No,
right,
they're probably all owned
right.
by something too. We need to check. Thank you, Jay Hathaway. We actually do a lot on this channel.
Yeah,
We are over here talking about AI and entrepreneurship and business mindset and all things creator
yeah,
life. So we're so glad you're here to join us, Chicago John and me, Crys D. Make sure you're
yeah. And
loving on the live. You
shout
got
out
to
to
tell YouTube
Jonathan.
that you like us.
Yeah, please do, and thank you for Jonathan. Shout out. So on this channel as well too, and we can cut this out if we need to. I've been, trying out different streaming places. So I have been over to Twitch gaming and connected my Twitch gaming and YouTube gaming. So some people that may fall in here are gamers that I met from my Yu-Gi-Oh community, kind of giving back and playing and having a good time doing that too. So if you guys get confused with what you see, That's kind of how I am. I'm all over the place. So if I'm gaming, you'll see that I sell gaming. If I'm doing a podcast, you'll see, it's about a podcast. I'm pretty sure you can read the description, what's coming in and stuff. If you ever seen the Mission Impossible 8 movie, it touched very heavily on AI nuclear war stuff and stuff like that. But you're right, it would be the people. But yeah, yeah. So look, I'm on the gamer side. I played Metal Gear Solid. I love games like that predicted AI and things of that nature, which is made by Konami, which is connected to Yu-Gi-Oh. So shout out to my Yu-Gi-Oh fan people out there. Like I said, but there have been plenty of games that I was raised on that already talked about AI at a small time, at a child level. So I've been indoctrinated in a sense of knowing to either hate AI, which I'm supposed to, but I understood it because I kind of got introduced to it. So if you're a gamer, a smart gamers out there who have played those games, we are used to it. Go look up Metal Gear Solid 2 about what can AI can kind of do, and you will be kind of scared. Like, I'm not scared. I'm just like, look, at this goddamn point, if you're gonna do it, AI. If you're gonna go ahead and do it, all right. If we can't stop you, then do it anyway. If somebody wanted to do something, they're gonna do it. So I mean, I'll fight back as much as I can, but if you're gonna do it, don't have. That's what we do. But that's what we do over here. We talk about technologies, AI, gaming, all that kind of stuff. Are you in? So are you in? And if you want to be part of the in crowd, go ahead and subscribe to us, or like, comment, and subscribe, or follow, or tap whatever you're listening to. That's where we are. So, so yeah,
He said, or all the things. Yes, please. Thank you.
yeah. Well, until we find a thing that's really being very lucrative or haven't given us the best way to go, then we'll just put all our eggs in that one basket going that
No,
way
we
too.
ain't changing it
So,
yet. That's it. That's it. That's what we doing. You in.
no,
If you're in the
yeah, yeah. I meant like where we pushing out our stuff out. We're pushing it here.
oh my bad.
We're on LinkedIn,
What is
Instagram,
happening to this face?
and then I'm paying extra too for the I'm paying extra too for the what you call it X. Open Clips charge you an extra credit to upload to X too. So I'm like, why? Might as well. Might as well. I've already synced everything. I'm putting it on everything else. Crystal does a lot of hard work on her end on there too. So I'm doing the best I can to push everywhere we need to. So why not X? I don't use X. Might as well use X. There's so many other leaders that use X, and I didn't. So that's what we
What
do.
is going on with this color? There's some filter on me. We are over there on X if you have ever thought about following us. Same name, same game. Chicago John and Crys D
Is it
creates. Thank you so
okay?
much for joining me. I am definitely over on X, and I'm actually often a faceless channel posing as a YT male. It's been really fun to troll
Yeah.
the ish out of people. Thank you.
Well, if RUN is over there on X, then let me know. I'll swap out the Chicago John X for RUN X if that's the case. But I'm just
Mm,
it's
I meant
posting it.
me. I meant me.
Okay, got you. Never mind.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's a
we're
good call
posting.
though. That's a good call. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, and friends on the other side. I actually will
You got
make
too many Johns in your life. Too many Johns that surrounded you.
you brought
You
him
get all these. I know I brought them, but still,
and a big T's in here. All the
whatever
T's.
I
Let's
bring,
go.
mi casa, su casa. So my people, your people, our people, and
And
stuff like
spelled
that.
JON. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, yeah, he got it spelled the right way. So we only got the yeah. Then we had the other Jonathan. You remember the other Jonathan from last week?
Oh yeah, from last week. Oh yeah, well, I haven't seen him. Thank you so
You
much
got a
for
lot of
coming in,
Jack.
y'all.
Look,
We in here recording our
good
podcast, realizing that Jonathan's are actually popping up all around us. Thank you so much for the
around
support.
you. Oh, you know what? I was
And
thinking
we
about
were
that
talking
couch.
about the water use comparison because somebody was in here telling us that AI was destroying the world. And of course, I wondered if they only talked to like the baker and the tumbler maker in the Facebook groups that they were in, or if they actually spoke out to like I don't know if you guys have heard those they are cloud providers. It says here one of the main companies, uh, Amazon, Amazon,
I never heard of them. Go
Microsoft,
ahead. Never
Microsoft,
heard of them. Nah.
Microsoft, okay, and Google. So if you want to look those up and maybe possibly complain to them about, their data centers, the electricity that the data centers consume, the fact that they don't have to use clean water, you should probably actually speak to um, Amazon, someone that works there. But thank you so much for joining. And if you do want to be a naysayer, we still want you to come in here and keep the chats hot. Okay. Thank you so much. Love you.
Yeah. So
We lost him on that one.
yeah we did. It definitely did.
I lost him over here too. Thank you so much for coming back. I see you loving on the live. We are in here talking about how
You
there are.
got your TikTok shop back up too? Your
I
mic
took it
shop?
back down.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about how the data centers are not required to like report water use or say about their electricity and where they're placed and what kind of communities they're in. And people were not happy about it. So they all left, but we wanted to know that we are still here with you. We are breaking down and not giving you this weird corporate jargon, but talking to you like real people about the things that you're seeing. Okay. The things that you're probably seeing and texting your friends. What's in the group chat? What is going across your trend? I mean, across your desk. Dang it. That was going good. What is going across your desk? What are the trends you're seeing? And like honestly, what is the play? Because we know that the money angle is usually that people are talking about how you're going to get replaced and your industry is completely gone, but humans are the premium, right? So we out here making our podcast live, right? We might come up with the description for the YouTube with a little help from AI. Does that mean that there was no creativity? Does it mean that we
No.
ruined the
No, you
environment?
yeah. Creativity is not gonna end, Like it's just like I don't know why people think it. Like I said, if you didn't have any creativity, then you're not going to. But then it's like, but then it opens the door for people who maybe who have not tried, but they don't try creativity because sometimes you know what, let people try to create whatever on whatever AI and stuff. And then when you see that, they're gonna get to a point where they're gonna hit the wall, and then they're gonna say like, "Hey, you want to pay your $200 to get the other feature of it?" And you be like, "Hell no!" And then you just still may want to try it with the pencils in the hand and stuff like that. And
Not the pencils in their hands.
yeah, pick up a keyboard. Okay, we gotta sell pick up a keyboard shirts and things like that.
I
Have
like
an
that.
AI
Why haven't you
condition.
picked up a pen? Why didn't you learn to? Do you remember the one girl told her, "Why didn't you learn to paint with your feet?" She said
Yeah,
that on
yeah.
wholehearted with her chest.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
and
me,
and she was
by the
she was
way.
definitely very serious about that, and she was just did not care and stuff.
Yeah, she
And
didn't.
then it is funny too. It's like people who think they're doing a good job trying to defend other people and say what they need to say for other people and tell them how they need to, use their art or use their bodies and stuff like that, which they think they were doing. Like I said, a lot of these people think they're on the right side of history and stuff, and you live long enough
Exactly.
to see
We're
yourself become the villain. And sometimes you can't. I mean, we all make mistakes.
Of course,
And
but
like I
we're
said,
black, so we clock it way quicker than some of these people. Okay, it reminds us of something, like the people that said that your art isn't
well,
real art unless you go to art school, or that all of a sudden college and universities are not free, but you can't get the job if you don't go to university. Okay, you're going to say, oh, you can't go to film school and you can't go to recording studio because you can't afford the camera. Shoot, you don't want us to play tennis because we can't practice. You taking down the basketball hoop. Look, let me. AI is going to give access to ordinary people, and that's what you don't like.
Yeah, and that's for another podcast, like she always says. Coming soon. And one of the crystal projects in the parking lot, parked in the VIP
Where
section of the parking lot. So
no, we would have to
thank you,
be
Sunshine. Thank you.
underground possibly. But listen,
Yeah,
we always want to have actionable discussions. There is nothing wrong with you almost having like a little guilt because you are in a place that you now have AI. That is an incredible, incredible tool that you can have access to. If you have guilt, like you might have guilt over the other things. Do you have a roof over your head? Are you using an iPhone right now? Did you buy a new pair of shoes multiple times within a year? You know, there are a lot of things that you should be grateful for of how we are living our lives compared to other people. And in that same aspect, we talk a lot about it, you know, with this accessibility politics that y'all love to have. And this is just kicking down the door of
yeah,
accessibility,
yeah.
you know? So,
My thing is, like I said, I'm loving it. I'm getting used to it, and I just know it's just going to be snatched away. Everything that we're doing, like that, just like how it was with Sora. I mean, even toward the end of the Sora, I was already kind of pulling away from it anyway because it was just too much stuff that was going on, and
right.
and then it came back something different. We got the TikTok AI sort of built-in thing. I met with a lady who actually her husband created another one. I haven't really fully used the X, the one app that I sent you and stuff like that. It's been cool. I just haven't had any, desire to go back to the generative AI stuff. It was cool. Like I said, I think I got my share out of it, but everybody else
Yeah, I get
got the
that.
share out of it. So
I mean, personally, I have been going back to like other ways that I possibly could use it, but not just
yeah,
using it for like my AI twin. But the bigger thing really is the back end, right? Using AI for
mm,
research and organization and brainstorming, you know, and then these larger corporations are using it for like customer support, for also researching an organization and R&D and knowing what your competition is doing, right? So why not
right,
think about it that way and maybe even talk to it about how can you build the human side of your business, which is going to need know, like, and trust. We all know building relationships, telling your story, showing your taste, whatever it may be. But AI can scale your production, let's be honest. But the humans still scale the meaning, if you will. And on that note, thank you so much to our sponsors. You don't know you're sponsoring
coming
us yet,
soon.
but we're going to be reaching out to you because you need to be supporting. Are you in? We want to know. Are you in? You should be. If you want to get in to the Cool Kid crew, listen, you can actually just email areyouinpod@gmail.com and go ahead and reach out with any of the collabs that you are looking to do. We are going to go and reach out to every single brand of what we are using right now, from tripod to 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 tablecloth,
Mike.
from tripod
Yeah.
to tablecloth. We are going to be reaching out to you to support a black owned business right here, wherever you listen to your podcasts. So, what AI should I use? Okay. What's the play? What's the
I
action?
I think the action, like I said, just still buckling down on what we got going on now. I have AI fatigue from other people, these gurus. Even my favorite guru, Sabrina. She's really, she's been killing it and stuff on the AI thing. She's probably like one of the only people. I think, I'm glad I only use one, maybe two people that I kind of look to, but she's like the only one person I look to about AI stuff. And a lot of now it's to the point that we have to be more confident in ourselves. When I say we, I mean like Crystal and myself. At this point, we are above average. We're not that target demographic to an extent. It's good to kind of have an ear out there, but now it's like, I catch myself. I woke up at 3 in the morning scrolling on social media, and I would hear certain things, and then I would like take that stuff and throw it into my chat. And the chat was like, if you don't take your ass, it literally told me to take myself to bed. It didn't take my ass, but it said take this to bed. Like what they say, you already way beyond this of what you're doing. I'm like, you sure? No psychosis, right? No psychosis? Like, no, no, like, no, no psychosis. Are you sure? All right, I'm trusting you. You're like, yeah, you already know how to set up an account for this. I said, okay, cool. So
Oh
we
my
gotta, you
gosh,
get,
yes. We don't realize how many people are like not able to log into their Gmail to open this app. Like, we are taking these webinars and doing these summits and realizing that I don't even really want to be in your VIP because your VIP is filled with people that can't find the link. I need something above that, right? But I can't have it be, you know, the 7K. Who's got the in between? And it ironically, Sabrina's great. She shows, I mean, she truly shows like every drip, drop, bit, bot, everything. Now, I'm not all the way there. I ain't even got my computer all the way up, and I cannot get my skills to link up with my Claude, but I wasn't going to stop me. You can still use Claude on your phone. You can still use ChatGPT on your phone, Perplexity, Grok,
yeah,
whatever it may be. So don't get, you see all these things and Claude code and Claude design and Claude skills, and you're like, oh, I'm behind because I don't use those. But what do you use? And what are the customers that you're going to work with? What are they going to use? We know Miss D knows what she's doing, but maybe she wants to scale what she's doing. So being
yeah,
able to use something like ManyChat or to start her, newsletter, or, there are just so many other ways that a lot of us can turn being a creator into the true economy CEO business mindset. And I think AI is going to help so many of us do that. I hope
yeah.
it
But
does.
like I said, kind of not forget that it is a tool. It is a tool. So a tool can only get so far. So if you got a hammer, that hammer can only that hammer is not going to build your bird nest by itself. Yeah, all right. You gotta have to have provide with the resources, the tools, everything, and then you can gently hammer it together with the tool with the thing. So for you to just throw everything in the chat and act like it's gonna give you the answer, it's not. It's really not. It's just to help aid you already. Thank goodness that Crystal and myself are already geniuses already. Just need to clean up our genius stuff so we can do a lot better.
Listen,
And,
and
and
shout out to you. If you are on the ADHD, perimenopause, I've got 3 kids. My brain is always running. I've got 17 tabs open, whatever you may want to call it. Okay. You want to tap in to AI. If people can't tell where the human is, maybe you've automated too much. Okay. But for now, I don't know if you can.
I don't know if that's similar to. I just like the smell of mint,
It's mint,
but
guys. It's actually really mint. No one's gonna believe that. We're
look,
black. Like, what are you
we're black.
doing?
I look like I'm selling something in Miami. I'm in Miami. Hey, Lord, Papi, what up? Don't whatever. You got to come see it. Oh, yeah, go. All right,
Hey, you
Grand
here
Theft
for
Auto 6.
vacation? You here for a good time, not a long time?
Don't worry, we got the best, the best in the business. You
You
need
could
that
tell he's
AI.
literally never bought it because just the accent alone. Um,
So what happened? I bought them. So,
he
but
said, "You
anyway,
do not know me as well as you think." Thank you.
I mean, I bought that.
Look, y'all, we are going to challenge you, right? We're going to challenge you to actually do something with AI. Find one repetitive task and let's get it to replace, 30 minutes to an hour of your week. It's going to save you from something else, right? Maybe you don't want to automate your entire personality, but you could automate your paperwork. So we're here to push you into the long game. All right, John, what is the long game? Because the winners are whom?
The winners are the people who actually are able to have their own, own their own and represent their own. And if that's anything from like from your businesses, collecting email, collecting relationships, 'cause at the end of the day, the people is what could move you forward. And if you can't communicate and talk to your people or have any people, then you don't have anything. And the power is not in the tools, it's not in the content, It's not in none of that. It's in the resources of the people. So where there are winners, winners are the ones who are not losers. A great man said, "Game Bully." So, um, Game Bully podcast. You want to be epic, don't you? You being sued too, by the way. But go on here. Just so yeah. So so that's what we need to do. Collect that information and build those relationships. So I don't care if you need have either a Discord for your community to communicate with you with. You need to have an email system so you can make those lists. So you can send that stuff out there. You gotta collect that, because at the end of the day, when you get kicked off of YouTube for smelling too much mint, or you get kicked off of TikTok for you know anything that TikTok has to offer, or you can keep out in here. At least you can always communicate with your people and stuff like that. So,
And take a note out of, your other friends in other industries playbook. Okay, we are telling the real estate agent and the insurance agent that they need to get online, that their word of mouth business is not the only way for them to get referrals, that they have an automation system that we can set up for them to help them with their follow up, right? To help them with after someone says no and the 6 months later and what have you. But the creators, the entrepreneurs, the brand owners, the founders, you're not always working with that same mind. So think about that when you're also thinking about how you're talking to chat. Be that part of
hmm
your brain that you do not have completely developed, okay? And let it do, ironically, you can be the authentic side and it can be the work. Okay? So we know that scams are getting better and fake content is getting yelled at, and maybe nobody wants to see your AI slop, but they might be able to help you respond to all these DMs you be getting after you put up your reel. Okay. Thank you so much, Boo. Um, so we're talking about it a lot. We talk about it weekly. Make sure you come join us. Are you in weekly podcast, 1 p.m. EST? What were you gonna say, John?
I'm gonna say, and I think and probably next time, we start getting into more of the conversation for the AI music part as well too. I think we need to start tackling that with those, and with people, because it's I mean it's still going under art and stuff, but uh, AI music, it should be a good way for people to express their own self. Uh, Especially nowadays where people want to say like music is dead and all this other stuff, or I mean I don't know, do spend that shit, made by that artist. Is that good for you? Like, do that empower
Oh
you
no,
or
are
something
you
like
India
that?
Ari? Are you India Ari about it? Listen, I'm not mad at my India Aris out there. I just think it's like I think it's like a little bit too small to look at, because it would be really messed up to act like we ain't been hearing this stuff in the 80s and
Mhm,
the 90s and the 2000s. So if you want to talk as a broader arch, if the gangster rap and the music has
mhm.
affected all of the insides of the systemic problems of black culture, that is a big episode. Okay. Now I'm with the girl that
I
said she was mad about
mhm,
the AI music because they didn't take her damn voice. So, if you go on there and you say, I want my song to sound like Summer Walker, and Summer Walker ain't getting her money, I could see the anger. It's literally getting taught by these, like it is taking their song and teaching them, versus like somebody saying, oh, I learned about Impressionism, and you looked at every
yeah.
single art and something
But
else was formed by your words.
And you know what? Good.
So that's a big one.
Let's not we acting like a lot of these other musicians or these creators out there are doing. They don't have their own team or whatever putting that together, their own music and stuff of that nature too. So I'm not gonna act like every. As the great words in the Boondocks, not every black person arrested is Nelson Mandela. So not every musician out there is Michael Jackson or Beethoven, whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
it's
I
like,
now I will agree with you on the fact that we all know that the lyrics coming from 16 to 24 people, okay? The difference to me is the song, is the voice. And if you're saying I want it to like, and you put like, make it like, and you tell the computer that person
mhm.
and that person's name doesn't get a cut, I could see why they would be pissed off. I'm not saying make a painting like Rembrandt. I'm not saying that
Mhm.
I want my song to sound like, I'm saying my vision and I'm putting it into my image or art or my song or what have you. For me, it's a little different. I write the lyrics, you know. But yeah, when you write what kind of song you want and you start with like 90s and then you're like R&B and then you're like
Mhm.
escape SWV. Oh, now you
And
calling out names.
well, according to my music people over here, Game Bully, and he's a good, he been using Suno too. He said it won't do it for certain. I guess it won't do it. So he said it will
It will.
flag that prompt when you touch
It
it. It
will.
will. So all right, we got to battle
It
the music
will,
people. So,
because people they get around it, you know. They spell the name backwards, they write a little wrong,
but if they okay,
and
okay.
so
So are we gonna
it's
be? Are we gonna copyright or not copyright? Are we gonna like the way somebody sing it?
that
Like because what?
definitely. These girls have not trademarked their voice and how they sing. Most certainly. I don't care about my image. Technically, I don't care about
Mhm.
my face. Now, me, of course, I would be trademarking this face. Like somebody's gonna steal these freckles. But my voice. I mean, there's a reason these people they got insurance on their they trademarking their legs and their feet when they soccer players. Your voice. How could you
Well,
not?
well, I'm putting it out there, and I guess Game Bully out there, he love making controversial videos and stuff. So this is another
Put it out there,
controversy
game bully.
music.
Oh,
He loves it. He's
tag the
already
girl.
fighting.
What was the girl's name that got really mad about it? Hang on.
Uh,
She's hot too. She's big. She got really mad not too long ago.
what,
Hang on,
Taylor
hang on.
Swift or something?
No, 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 black girl.
Oh. But you know what too? And
Uh,
then we have people like Lizzo who were trying to blame AI, but then everybody said, you just been sucking lately anyway. So, we got
oh,
I don't know what people.
how about the other one? Did you see? Okay, so I follow these two plant girls. She's actually huge. What is her name? Oh my gosh, gorgeous girl with these gorgeous locks. And so it basically is like, she's doing a lot of talking head videos and what have you. And the AI, they literally took her video, took the words, took her plan, took her background, which is her house, and I mean, they just copied it, period, point blank, straight up, the words and everything. And she's like, you know that you copied this, but like, what are you going to do? You have no claim to the video, which I don't understand. Like, where's the copyright for us? How do we stay safe? That's why a lot of people are watermarking even just their reels, their regular reels. And
Yeah,
we all probably should too. I'm about to put
yeah.
a low one right across my
I,
face.
look, I made a video about putting copyrighted what I mean watermark on your body because we already know that they are people out there and not really even just AI, they're probably using AI and stuff, but it's not just AI where they actually are using what you call it. They just cutting you out, doing a cutout, putting you on something else anyway.
Yeah,
So there's
okay.
always something that you need to kind of do to protect yourself anyway. Get that free advertisement. Even my stalker, she actually, I guess she be watching my videos and she took advantage. She listened and she did exactly what I told her to do because I saw because somebody put her in a meme and she got it and they cut her
Oh,
out and put it on
and
it.
saw it, and her name was still there.
Yeah, her name was still there and stuff like that.
Perfect.
So, and then there's two of my other creators who get their likeness stolen all the time. So they only copy winners.
I
They
guess
don't copy
SZA is the
losers.
biggest person talking about this stuff right now, but it was somebody else that I'm thinking of. But anyway, Zania Monet came out and everybody's freaking out because I mean, she is getting absolutely paid. $3 million record deal at the beginning of the year.
Hmm.
And that girl behind the account gets the money. So go get your faceless. Let's go. Until they say, hey, they turn that down too.
But, but I'm glad that more AI musicians are starting to be a little bit more out there. And stuff. Coming out and kind of fighting about it. Because once you start being a little creative and stuff, because people like, and then they think they got these gotchas. What you gonna do? What kind of concert you gonna have and stuff like that? I'm like, I don't know. Like people go and listen to shit all the time and whatnot. So they could be all right. If gorillas can do it, Daft Punk can do it.
Listen, you seen all the I was about to say, what about all the faceless and you already hit it. The freaking gorillas and Sia was, we ain't Sia for a minute. So I'm down. Let's go. I love a challenge. Eminem, thanks for coming back, boo. We in here talking double time, double down. Now we're into AI music, talking about if you are down for, using AI for your repetitive tasks and your AI workflow, not just your identity. And maybe you want to use it for your identity, make an entire fake page and make her a musician. I am not here to judge you. I just want to make sure that you're not randomly just deciding, like, I'm going to throw my hands up. This lady said my art was slop. This guy got mad about the fact that I used AI in my many chat or whatever the naysayers are saying right now. It's taking away your creativity. You're not trying. You should pick up a paintbrush and what's the other one?
Pick up a paintbrush, lazy,
Oh, you're lazy.
um,
You're lazy. I forgot.
you're lazy. Yeah, yeah. You go pick up the keyboard.
Well, I
Okay,
do
so
always think it's so interesting because they say they're not artists, and then you're like, but they write, right? So are writers artists? They're like, but you're not a writer. And I'm like, okay, but how you write it? How did it
I'm
get
glad Dr.
written?
But a lot of the, and then like I said, and at the end of the day too, who complaining to you? Are there people who were never going to buy from you anyway, or are there people who are not doing the job or not working? Because majority of the people who are complaining are, you know, people who ain't creating. So if they are creating, I don't. I think they too busy creating, working
You heard
to
him.
complain.
You
So
over here
I'm
in
just
the
saying.
comments because you busy waiting instead of
Yeah,
creating. Okay.
yeah,
So go ahead
yeah.
and write down every
Looking
task that
hard.
you repeated this week or every thought that you thought about, but you couldn't actually get it done. And maybe throw that into chat and she could give
Yeah,
you
yeah.
some
Don't
real
worry
moves.
about don't worry about somebody page that got nothing but stick figures of already popular IP that they are being extra ads and for, and that's the thing that gets me too. Like you said, somebody got on about you about your profile. My profile is a cart like on my cartoon profile page. I got a picture of me made into a cartoon, and they're like, "Ugh, look at that! You using AI for a profile?" And I'm looking. You got Superman, one of the most famous icon in the world, as your profile, and
Oh, yes.
I'm
Yes.
crazy.
At least it's your face, right? I always love that too. It is the faceless people with no content, with private pages, with new pages just to go on and troll. Okay. They are there to suck the light out, y'all. And we here to give you the light back. So are you in? Come on. Come on. We really want to talk to you if you are in. And if you're not and you out here hating, you probably need to be up in here too. Don't lie. Okay, we're going to be out here every week, Wednesdays, 1 p.m. EST. We're going to be back next Wednesday, 1 p.m. EST. We are maybe hitting little Thursday pop up shows weekly, but we're not going to say weekly because you never know. Okay.
We
Make sure
never know.
you just never know. But we do be over on the TT, the IG, the LI, the FB, whatever it is that might have a name. We want to be on it.
Yeah,
We want to be
yeah. Because
linking up with you on it.
If Crystal and I have too much fun, then our grandmothers may throw themselves down the stairs. I don't know if you've seen the viral video and stuff like that. They had a picture, and I wanted to I'm probably gonna recreate this when I get off here, put it on my other channel. But it was like my grandma's looking from the top of the stairs, seeing everybody having fun, and just like push off her wheeler, and just throw herself down the
Oh
stairs.
my
So
god, I gotta show my grandmother that because that's literally what happened. It's like everybody was at a party having fun, and she was like, "You know what? I'm gonna fall down because I don't want y'all to be
I'm
gone
telling you,
anymore."
we do not have
Shout out,
any.
Nani.
We are all connected somehow, but like, yeah, that was a brother. Like that was I.
That is incredible.
It's maybe I'll do it too when I get that. Oh, I don't. I'm
It's
just.
like a
I don't
kid.
have any kids.
The kids, the puppies, they all get. They're like, "You're not showing me attention, so I'm gonna flip and fall."
I'm gonna hurt myself. you know, the little
Oh my
sociopath.
god. All right, y'all. Make sure that you come back and join us. We in here talking about all the shifts, all of the technological and other types of trends. Whatever you should have gotten in your group text that you missed and that you need to go ahead and send out. We are going to keep that here with always a little room for debate because we love you, even if we don't really like you. Shout out to the haters in the
Absolutely.
building. Come back next week and keep the chat hot, okay? We'll see
Right.
y'all
So,
soon.
hey, make sure you follow her, Crystal. Make sure you follow me, Chicago John. Make sure you follow us all and catch us next time. So, see ya.
See ya. Love ya.